Howdy, howdy, Ryan here again. Today we're going to take a look at the infamous L2. You've heard about it, I'm sure, all over the place. It's a very simple but effective plug-in. I'm going to simply show you how you can quickly use it to make your mix louder. It is a brick wall limiter, but it has overs, which I can explain. Let's take a look.
Okay, so I'm going to do a very basic overview on how to use an L2 to make your track louder. There's lots of other uses. You can use it on vocals, things like that. But I'm just going to give you a basic once-over. So if you haven't used the L2 or you just want to know how to use it, this is how you do it. So I'm going to play the track with the L2 not engaged, or not really. Oh, we'll just turn it off. Here we go. So it's, you know, the level is fine, but, you know, with human psychology, we always think louder is better. So if you were going to play this right after, you know, a radio track or any commercial level loudness, this would seem weak. So what do we do for a quick fix? We bring in our L2. It is a brick wall limiter. A brick wall means that this little knob here, this out ceiling, whatever you set this at, the volume is not going to exceed this level. 0 here is as loud as you can go in the digital realm without seriously screwing up your mix. Digital clipping is not cool, and it's a distortion that usually isn't pleasing to the ears. So 0 is that maximum. In television, a lot of the times we set it to -10, which is really, really, really quiet, and it can't exceed that level. But for these purposes, for a radio song or commercial song, you want to keep the ceiling at 0 and get it as loud as possible. Now, there is an exception with the L2. There's something called overs. Even though it's a brick wall limiter and in theory it doesn't let anything above the ceiling, the fact is it does. So if you're really pushing your mix and making it really loud, if you have this set at 0, it will actually let some peaks through and distort. So one thing I've learned is set this at like -0.5. Anything going over that will not distort. So set this at 0.5, that way if anything leaks through, it's maybe hitting 0 and not distorting. So set this there, and then this threshold is literally the amount of loudness. To simplify it, it's your threshold. When you bring this down, you're going to see with this meter how much the L2 is working. And a general rule of thumb is, see this 3 here? That's the maximum. Like, you're going to see a light start from the top here and go down. And the further down it goes, the more it's limiting the mix, or the louder it's making it. You don't want it to go really beyond this 3, because then it really starts to distort. So really, set this at -0.5. Leave this is your release. Just leave it at auto release. It's the simplest way to do it. And play your track back and start to bring this down until your meter hits at 3. Also, this quantizing means, like for instance, we're in a 32-bit or a 24. We're in a 32-bit session right now. So what we want to do is we're bouncing down to 16-bit. So from what I understand, I set this to 16-bit, and I turn my dithering off, and I turn my shaping to ultra. And so here's what we'll do is we'll play back. Okay, it's still not affecting it. Okay, see how it's just kicking in there? Now, if I bring it way down, you'll hear it. And that's how you use an L2. So notice it's, again, we set our out ceiling here and set this to 16-bit. I turned off my dither and put my shaping to ultra, left the release at auto release, and brought this knob down till it hits 3, around there. Listen for any distortion. If you can make it a little bit louder without completely altering the mix, go for it. But that's how you use it, folks. If this was helpful to you, feel free to like and subscribe. I'll leave a link to the song below so you can check it out. And as always, have a great day or night wherever you are. All right, take care.